Okay, so let's look at one exam question on stem and leaf diagrams. So here we have some information. It says a stem and leaf diagram shows the lengths of 22 metal components in centimeters. Now it's always a good idea to try and find the key and read that first. So the key tells us that each one of these numbers, so 1/2 represents 1.2 centimeters. So this one here, 4/1 would represent 4.1 centimeters. So first of all, it tells us to write down the modal length, so the most common length. Now if we look at the data, the most common length is 4.1 because that appears 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, so the modal length would just be 4.1 centimeters because that appears the most. Okay, now I'm going to read the next two questions together because it's asking us to do various things. So it says, find the median length of the metal components. Okay, so the median length. So remember, the median is basically the number that's in the middle. So we have 22 pieces of raw data here, 22 pieces of raw data. So if we, from the middle one, because we've got the raw data, we just basically add 1, divide it by 2. Okay, so that would say, that would be 11.5. So because it's a 0.5, that means we're looking for the 11th and the 12th piece of data, and then the halfway between them would be the median. Okay, so the median. So let's work that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, so the 11th piece of data is 3.6 and the 12th one is 3.7. So the median would be the number in between. So the median's got to be 3.65. Okay, right now. Okay, so we know that's the median there, and we've got 11 pieces of data that side, and then also 11 pieces of data that side to make it 22. Right, we want to work out the interquartile range. Okay, so the interquartile range, all we need to do is find the upper quartile and the lower quartile. Okay, so because we've got 11 pieces of data now, let me actually erase these highlights. Okay, because we've got 11 pieces of data here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's 11 there. Okay, the upper quartile is the halfway between, halfway between here. So because we've got 11 pieces of data, 11 pieces of raw data, so again we do 11, add 1, divided by 2, well that's 12, 12 over 2 is 6. We're looking for the 6th number along, and that'll be the middle of this pink bit here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right. That's your upper quartile, 4.1. Okay, and then your lower quartile, okay, if I do it in a different colour, again we've got 11 pieces of data here, and then the 6th one again will be the lower quartile, the halfway between the halfway point. Okay, so you got your, remember, you got your medians in the middle, and then halfway between them is your lower quartile, halfway from the beginning to the middle is the lower quartile, and then halfway from the median to the maximum is the upper quartile. So your median is going to be 6 months long, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 2.4. And then to work out basically the interquartile range, we just basically need to subtract these two numbers. So we need to work out the difference between them. So we need to do the upper, take away the lower, and then that is going to be 1.7, and that's your interquartile range. Simple 6-mark question there.